Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we do have update to raids. This is going to be the first ever big update to the raids, and it will include quite a lot of changes, including all of the fights. No more Ultron, no more Kang, no more Maestro. We are going to have to deal with brand new set of champions. So let's break down the post and comment on it. With this update to raids, we're looking to even out the difficulty across bosses and add a specific new threat to each of them. Overall paths should feel more consistent instead of one being much harder than the rest. We're also aiming to show some love to the champs who rely on damage or time effects via new boost. Updated rewards. Number 1, a Valiant loot drop box has been added to the selector after each boss with much more valuable average rewards. Now here's the big problem. Number 1, it's kind of funny that we do get Valiant loot box update in raids so fast, and we still can't even get a Paragon EQ. But again, Valiant Gauntlet or something. But that aside, I still strongly believe that the loot boxes have no place in there. Or at the very least, make them Nexus-like, where we can, select which type of reward we get out of some smaller random pool size. Because the discrepancies are so huge. Whether you get a quarter of a tier 6 CC, which has very little value these days, or you get a full-on Titan Crystal or a 7-star Ultron or something. It's a huge margin of potential benefit from doing raids, and it should not exist in team-based game mode, in my opinion. There's a very good reason why we got rid of AQ crystals. There's a very good reason why we got rid of AW season crystals. Why are they here? I just need to remove it. Updated rank rewards, and the rank rewards are quite juicy here, not gonna lie. 1.5 tier 4 basic catalysts for the first alliance, and even like top 20, get like half a tier 4 alpha. That's quite a lot. And then you get tier 6 class catalyst crystals, obviously, as well as tier 6 basics and tier 3 alphas. And then we still have the map completion exploration rewards. Don't think those are changed, at least it's not mentioned here. Missions will no longer be paired with bosses. They will now be paired instead with fights on path. This is done with the intent of having each path boss have each mission on them at least once. The change to actual map will be as follows. Boss 1, each path will now have bundle of basics as the mission and inexorable as the penance. And then boss 2 will have Thanos Scythe as the mission and power gain as a penance. Boss 3 will have pure punishment and suppression as a penance. And MODOK will have MODOK's minigames as mission and unblockable as penance. The new path bosses are harder. There's just no question about it. It is going to be harder to fight Medusa, Thor Ragnarok, and Guardian than it was fighting like Maestro or, Kang, for instance. Kang was about as vanilla champion as we get. So, undoubtedly, these champions are much harder to fight. Guardian, with his auto block, you need to have specific counters for that. Thor Ragnarok, with his auto block on intercept, and then also his power gain. And Medusa, yet again, with her auto block. So we seem to have a theme here, auto block, as well as MODOK. So, new missions. MODOK's minigames. MODOK will call out a random game action of whiff 3 attacks, knock down the defender while not stunned, or hit into the block 5 times. After the called out action is completed, gain raid fervor. At 50 fervor charges, complete the mission and gain roll charge. Raids mission, bundle of basics. At the start of each fight, random prompt of strike the defender for medium attacks or 5 light attacks will be chosen. Each time this is done successfully, gain the charges. New mechanics, raid penance. Defenders now punish the attacker or get more powerful if a prompt mission is not completed fast enough. These will pair along with the same format missions that we do have now. So power gain penance. At the start of the fight, a 30-second timer starts with 10 penance charges. This timer is paused during special attacks and restarts as soon as it expires. When the timer expires, the defender gains 10% of bar power. Each penance charge increases the power gain by additional 10% of a bar. Penance charges are removed each time a prompt from raid's mission is completed. So basically, these can be nothing nodes if you complete the raid fight requirements quickly enough. If not, it will be either power gain, or it will be unblockable, or inexorable. Penance timer, when expert defender gains inexorable passive for 5 seconds. Which one was inexorable? I kind of forgot the effect. And start of the fight. Okay, and here we have suppression, which is going to reduce the combat power. Raid boon. Attackers can now gain bonus RPG effects by gaining roll force. Raid boon undermine. So undermine will help us dealing with auto block. New roll boost. I'm not going to break all of that down, but updated role pools, and this is quite interesting. We have expanded each pool up to 20 champions and shifted 5 champions out of each of the old pools. So now we're going to have significantly different champions we can bring in, including Nick Fury for Assault, which is quite cool. And we're going to have also Aegon for the ramp uppers. Aegon might actually be good for this. And then we have Mysterious Scorpion, could be quite interesting. Some people might do well with Spider-Man. And then on Tactician, Hulkling is the GOAT pretty much, but we have CGR, Crossbones, Valkyrie, Chris Nova, Gladiator, Adam Warlock, Longshot, Kushalis. So there are some notable additions for sure, as well as in Vanguard. Now, Silk, Iron Man, Ultron, who else is new and cool? Spider-Ham, Quicksilver, Terax, Mallman, Shield, and Black Cat as well. So definitely it is going to be quite different raid experience. Now, from the stream, we already know that it's definitely going to be harder. And that's kind of okay. Because I was in split opinion here. Because, well, number one, it was very, very, very nice starting the raids week, blowing through the map on day one, and then just chilling for a week. It's probably, though, not what Kabam intended for alliances and people to do. So this likely is going to be harder. We definitely have some variance here. Want to see if Kabam changed the completion exploration rewards. It's going to be quite important. But to see, sorry, haven't been sleeping much. How much better are these loot box drops? But yet again, I'm kind of annoyed that Kabam didn't remove them. They need to figure out a better system to have the rewards in raids game mode than the random loot boxes. As far as the rank rewards go, it's nice to see tier 4 alpha in there, even though this, 85,000 tier 4 alpha catalyst fragments every month. That's quite a lot for now in game economy. So with this update, I kind of expect Battlegrounds to get updated. Battlegrounds store, I suppose, at some point soon. Because, tier 4 alpha and a half, that's quite a lot. So there's going to be vast difference in progression from, let's say, top 5 alliances to top 40 alliances, right? Because it's like a full catalyst different. Not entirely necessarily happy with the scaling here in the rewards, but it is what it is. As far as the rest of it goes, I think they are playing and leaning into the arcade games because the tactics for this saga are going to be evade and auto block focused, and virtually everything here, all the fights seem to be auto block focused. Cool. MODOK, we have Guardian, we have Medusa, and we have Thor Ragnarok, all of whom do auto block. So, from the first glance, which could be like Black Cat's probably going to be quite good. Nick Fury, can go unblockable and then just work with that. Kitty Pryde probably can be quite good. Who else is going to be very good against auto block? How many of them are metal? Aegon, if you ramp him up high and fast enough. And here, Hulkling should be dealing quite well with auto block. Gore might actually be very good for this as a tactician, because if your Gore's high sig level, he can, bypass auto block pretty much entirely. So that could be very interesting. Null could be doing quite a good job as well. I'm not sure about Valkyrie, but it's going to be interesting to see which champions do best. So some more testing required, some more information and experience required. But absolutely, if you are playing raids, be prepared for slightly harder time at the very least. Maybe a lot harder time. Who knows? Let me know what you think of changes. Are you happy with them? Are you not? And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the